Y'all, I am finally back. For those that didn't know, my AIO decided that it just had about enough of living after 3 years and just quit working on me. You want to hear how that sounds? Oh yeah, that not only sounds expensive, but very much depressing. Now that I'm back, I'm here to talk about a game labeled as a Tarkov Killer, and no, it's not the one on screen. I'll tell you about that one later, but the game we're talking about is just, I don't even know. So without further ado, grab your headsets and powdered wigs as we talk about We the People. And if you don't mind, consider subbing to the channel if you enjoy what you see today. Okay, let's continue. If you're unfamiliar with We the People, this is a hardcore first-person tactical shooter set in a post-apocalyptic America in the year of 2028. Experience a fictional dystopian take on the Pacific Northwest. Explore and uncover the truth of a mysterious and broken world filled with unique story elements and an abundance of hidden secrets. The time estimate they have for this game is about 12 to 18 months, and I'm gonna go ahead and put a pin in this damn thing and say that if what we're about to see from this Tarkov Killer is coming to us in a year or a year and a half from now, Battlestate has nothing to worry about. But Blackout, if that's the case, why is this labeled a Tarkov Killer? Well, first, let me shed a little bit of light on the gameplay loop. This is a PvPvE extraction shooter that takes a little something from Tarkov and mashing them with elements of Stalker. Unlike Tarkov, where you're fighting two kinds of enemies with wall hacks, you're only facing one as you go against human players, but you also have to fight against zombies. I don't really see this whole Stalker comparison personally, but hey, if you think it is, great, good on you. It's pretty simple. You load in, loot, scoot, shoot, extract, repeat. Nothing more, nothing less. We're also told that there are some arena modes such as unranked and ranked. Unranked is about as casual as you can go and is seen as a warm-up in an arena setting. Ranked essentially treats these warm-ups like wager matches from the good Call of Duty days. Is there someone just annoying the ever-living hell out of you in the lobby? Take that little son of a bitch into ranked and take his loadout. He'll refund the game by the end of it all. When it comes to the open world aspect though, these servers run on a 12-hour timer, and instead of being booted directly to the main menu, you're taken back to your settlement, which makes it an extremely high chance you're able to go back and try to get your loot. The only other game I can think of that I play tested that does a similar thing to this is Ascendance, and I would have covered it on the channel, but refer back to the busted AIO. That's about all they touch on as far as the game design goes. I will admit that I do like the arena concept as a way to get in a proper warm-up. They then move into the game mechanics, which go into how realistic and true to life they want the game to be, and honestly, this is where I got pulled away from it. I understand that the footage presented is a work in progress, okay? But I'm wondering if they'll be able to clean up all of these things given the time frame. That's if they're even able to stick to it at all. And there are two things that I straight up just did not like about this: the food animations and the NVG. First, the objects on the animation don't even line up, and when he goes to trigger one of them, he actually pulls the camera up so we can't see both the mistake and the animation itself. That alone speaks volumes to me, and not any that are good. Second, the NVG display is just not appealing to me in the slightest. It's unique in the fact that it looks that way, I guess, but you're better off just doing a whole screen NVG effect. Like, I don't want to have to press a button and all of a sudden I got fly vision. This isn't appealing. Outside of those two things, nothing was terrible. Just tidy it up a bit and you should be good. We then move on into the ballistic system, which I'm about as dumb as the days are long in summer, so good job on that, I guess. Now, that's where I would leave off, give my final thoughts, and send you beautiful bastards into the sunset, but they released a devlog not even a day ago, and well, since I'm already here, let's talk about that one too. We first meet the team, which actually had some speculation of not being who they say they are. Yeah, there was some speculation that the dev team that they had on their website, some of them may have not been real, or if they were, they weren't actually doing their jobs at the thing. I don't know, it was a lot. Cody talks about how the footage in the first devlog was sort of slapped together, and this is where I have a huge issue. I get that you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket and showcase something only to keep changing it and wasting more time. Cool, that's fine. But admitting that it was thrown together doesn't give me a good first impression. If this is going to keep being developed for another year to year and a half, When does that way of presenting progress stop? And when does actually showing progress begin? I mean, that's the point of devlogs. You keep doing updates and you show those updates in a realistic setting. You half-ass throw everything together and it just doesn't make people excited. They also briefly talk about having an anti-cheat powered by AI, which is gonna be interesting. They actually give a name with who they're trying to work with, and it's anybrain.gg, who pride themselves in having seamless identification with targeting hackers or cheaters. I mean, kudos to them if they're able to work with Anybrain, because I've seen some videos about them on YouTube, and the amount of skill it takes to do this is beyond my comprehension. We then meet Isaac, who did the animations we saw earlier with all the food and stuff, and he says that he's going back and basically overhauling the animations and including a rig to do so. Anything that they do from here on at this point is going to be better than what we saw, honestly. I mean, those animations, yikes. That's about all I want to talk about from the video, and if you want to see both, they'll be linked in the description and down below. Be sure to go check them out on your own time. For my final thoughts, where do I even begin? It's a 50-50 split with me, okay? Half of it has to do with the game. The other half has to do with the masses giving it the franchise killer label with what we've seen. When it comes to the game, I get the concept. I understand the direction, but I don't know what this game is going to do that'll make people play it. You want to fight players and zombies? Cool. Hunt Showdown is your game of choice. You want to fight wildlife and players? I was gonna say the Cycle Frontier, but they're about to be taken off life support, so yeah, just wait for Ascendance to come out. Like, you see what I mean here? Like, what is there to do that's going to bring people in? The other half, these Grammy Award winners giving the game the label Tarkov Killer. This is something that I wholeheartedly believe not only overhypes this game, but overhypes it so much that it will possibly kill this game before it even gets a chance. Why? Because enough people will buy into it, and if it comes out like 2042 did, people are going to abandon it quicker than the speed of light. Like, I can make a whole ass video talking about these franchise killer labels that people put on games for whatever reason. But outside of that, if you're wanting your Tarkov fix without playing Tarkov, play either Road to Vostok, the game that I showed earlier in the video, or Project Quarantine. Both are made by extremely passionate people, and these are projects I can get behind. In all seriousness, I hope this game is good so I can support it, because I love being able to support other veterans. But this needs a lot more time until it's ready. Hopefully by the third devlog, we can see some more gameplay and not just something slapped together. Now I turn the mic to you. Let me know down below what you think about We the People. Is it going to be a game that has a rocket in its ass heading towards the moon? Is this game doomed from the beginning? Let me know. And while you're down there, go ahead and smash that like button and release that sub button so YouTube can show you my content free of charge. This is Sir Blackout signing off to get back into the groove of things. Here's hoping YouTube hasn't euthanized my channel yet. Later.